This is Take 5 with JK Strategies.
Welcome back to Take 5. This is Jack Kalavritinos, and we are having a further conversation with Jim Stansel, General Counsel of PhRMA. Welcome back.
Thanks, Jack. Thanks for having me again.
This is DC, so let's talk about polling. Usually people are talking about polling data regarding, politicians and future elections, but let's talk about the public view of healthcare and specifically about drug pricing. And I find it interesting that when you see these polls that show general support for this idea of drug pricing reduction and negotiation, I wonder about that because I know that the public wants to see drug prices lower, but I'm always wondering about how is it that they truly feel about negotiation. If you could just give us your thoughts.
Yeah, absolutely. Once they find out what negotiation actually means and what the consequences are, the results are very different. So a recent Ipsos Pharma poll actually found that once you let people know that when you have negotiation, as it's described in the bill,
air quotes,
that actually their opinions of it change very dramatically. When they find out that it was going to result in less access to products that they need, to life-saving medicines, only 14% of people say, yeah, that's a good idea. Only 16% of people say it's a good idea when you say it actually is going to reduce the dollars available for research and development for new products. So a totally different picture.
Because when people talk about a formula, it would create a new formulary, which basically means drugs are either going to be on a list or not on the list. And if it's not on the list, that's reducing access.
Yeah, that's one of the problems with it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I haven't seen the poll, so I was wondering if you could just tell me, what is it that the public is saying they care the most about when they're looking at policy issues?
Yeah, voters from a top priority perspective, they care about the economy and jobs as well as, of course, COVID issues, right? That's what they're concerned about. In the list of 11 things that they had to choose from, the pharmaceutical pricing was at the very bottom of that list. And then even if you dig a little further and you say, okay, within healthcare, what does that look like? What are the priorities? 2/3 of people in that poll said, no, what our real priority is here is lowering premiums and out-of-pocket costs that we have through our health plans. It's not drug costs.
That is very interesting because, that allowed you to dig deep into these questions and sort of get beyond the what is negotiation and does the public support it or not. So, I really appreciate this added color that you've helped to give us and the viewers, about this topic. Really appreciate it, Jim. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.